Republicans of turning the border into a political stunt. Watch this.
The president, without the help of Republicans, is doing everything that he can to deal with the border, while Republicans try to push forth a CR to take away the federal agents that we see at the border. They're trying to politicize it and make it worse. That's what Republicans are trying to do, and turn it into a political stunt.
Okay. We need some opinion on this, informed opinion. Chuck DeVore is with us this morning. Is anyone buying this, Democrat or Republican? Is anyone buying that nonsense?
Stuart, no one's buying this. Look, the White House is gaslighting the American public, often with assistance from the corporate media, certainly present company accepted. What's going on is we have a clearly cognitively impaired president in President Biden. We have former President Obama and his staff pulling the strings behind the scenes in the White House. And frankly, all of this should not be a surprise because President Biden said he was going to do it during the 2020 campaign. You are seeing the result of bad policies, not Republican intransigence.
But so far, the administration has paid no political price for this. But I think that's beginning to change. As the migrants hit New York, D.C., Chicago, I think the political calculus is changing. What say you?
Of course the political calculus is changing because now you can see them. One of the reasons why the Biden administration ordered the Border Patrol to stop enforcing our border sovereignty is that it looked bad when you started to see 20, 30, 40,000 migrants under a bridge in Texas. So rather than allow that visual to build up, they're moving them off the border as quickly as possible, oftentimes with flights at 2 in the morning, going to major cities across America, because if you don't see it, the theory was no one will be able to do a story about it. But Stuart, now there's millions of them. And so now you're seeing New York and Los Angeles and Chicago and other blue cities get overrun with poor migrants who are here illegally and may not be sent back to their home countries for 5 or 10 years, if ever.
I want to move on to what you just wrote, and I'll quote from, I think it's an op-ed. Gavin Newsom's calculated Senate appointment is a masterstroke in political chess. You're talking about the appointment of Ms. Butler to be the new senator from California. I editorialized about this yesterday. I called this pure identity politics. Is that what you're talking about as well?
Well, Stuart, I think it goes beyond identity politics because LaFonza Butler brings 2 very important constituencies with her to Gavin Newsom for what I fully expect will be a presidential run in 2024. Because, by the way, again, no one, at least with who's observing, believes that Joe Biden is going to be the Democratic nominee in 2024. He is too cognitively impaired, and he has too much building with this bribery scandal and the evidence around it. So what does LaFonza Butler bring to Gavin Newsom? Well, first of all, she's the head of Emily's List, which is the premier pro-abortion political action committee in America. Secondly, she used to be a very high-ranking official with the SEIU union. The SEIU is the most radical of left-wing unions in America. They serve as basically the foot soldiers for the Democrats in getting out the vote, in registering people, and in ballot harvesting. What they do is they get you registered to vote by mail in the states that allow it, and then they follow up and they show up at your house again and again and again until they can get that ballot from you or help you fill it out and then get it into the election authorities. That's what they're good at. So those 2 things are more than identity politics, Stuart. They are the machinery of a successful political election in America, especially for the Democrats.
My editorial fell short of your reasoning. I submit to you. That was very good stuff. Chuck DeVore, thank you very much for being with us, sir. Always appreciate it.
Thank you.